Well, very special day, no, for the club, for the players, for the staff, for the fans who are the reason why we do this job. I think it's been an incredible, demanding season for us, playing more than everyone, traveling more than everyone, going probably through a lot of things that were costing us having a little bit of that consistency, but seeing how the team absolutely left everything they had out there today to make sure that defensively sometimes we weren't perfect in the first phases, but that we were amazing on the box defending and that never give up mentality kept going till the end, till the final whistle with that Gotham DNA that we are and yeah, incredibly proud of everyone, no, to achieve this. Sorry guys, I think this I've lost you. There you go.
We'll go with Meg first and then Jenna.
Well, and just in terms of, the lessons from 2023, obviously it is a pretty different team, right? From that 2023 vibe. Mandy just talked about trying to build every single year into something better and better. But what are you seeing the differences between the 2023 team, which felt like, I mean, I remember walking into that media day and thinking like I've never seen a team with vibes like this before, to what you're experiencing right now.
Honestly, he's very similar in that way. Obviously, a lot of is a lot of different people, but I think, and this is what we've been talking about internally for a very long time, is I will have everything to win, and that's down to them because I think the key is you can have the individual talent, like in this league everyone does, but I think the difference maker is when the individual talent is really willing to or really cares about winning not only for themselves but for the person next to them and we actually highlighted that this morning they've been fantastic. I think the connections between the senior players have embraced the younger players are really eager to learn. When they've had to take responsibility, they have done it. I think the foreigners have gone above and beyond, even if sometimes really we've got language barriers to create that good environment. We've got players coming from around the league that have come into the club that have really embraced the people, and I think that's definitely the first step for a winning team. Then obviously there is a lot of things that we try to work on the pitch to make sure that we are in the same page, defensively, offensively. But I think that is the main difference maker, and I think this team definitely has that. No.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, Megan.
Jenna, go ahead.
Thank you. A couple questions. The first is just your thoughts on Jaedyn Shaw. I mean, she just continues to be such an amazing addition to this team and the real difference maker in this final. And just so what you saw from her today, especially with that last free kick that won you the game.
Well, I think Jaedyn obviously was someone that we really wanted to have with us. I think from the moment she joined us, she's probably excelled the expectations, and that's not only on the football side, which obviously we knew she was brilliant, but also on the human side, the way she's connecting with everyone, and not only players that probably you see that they knew each other from the international stage, but also with the younger players, with the foreigners, like how she is like really embracing the club. It's been amazing, and I just saw it on the broadcast like yesterday. While everyone was taking penalties, she was actually taking free kicks from that position. It was amazing when she had that moment. Hard work pays off, I think that's the definition. And when that hard work comes from someone with an amazing talent to play this game and to be able to express herself, I think you have someone like Jaedyn Shaw, no?
Of course. And just for you, your emotions throughout this match. I mean, the players have kind of said they know it wasn't their best, but they were able to pull it out in the end. And so I'm sure for you it was an emotional roller coaster. So kind of, what were you feeling and going into the half, coming out 0-0, that last free kick, what was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it's difficult because probably it's my strength and also my weakness. I put my heart into everything that I do, and sometimes I want to make sure that I help the players and the staff in the best way possible. So it's difficult because I try to be calm and try to give them what they need to know, what they need to do, and in these games it's especially hard because it's such a high emotion, so much at the stake. But what I was really proud is even if when today we had really tough moments. I think everyone was always willing to put that last minute tackle, that last second clearance, making that extra run to come back in when needed it, and she was there. Then we still created our moments, and I think maybe this year we've been a bit unlucky in this kind of situations. But I think this, I always say the hard work pays off, and the work that we've done all year is paying off in these last couple of games for sure. Without forgetting that the club has done amazing, like winning the champions, CONCACAF champions, and how some of the games we played this year has been incredible. But yeah, I think this is a special moment for us and one to enjoy today, but to enjoy the whole week, of preparation to going into that championship, no?
Yes.
And I just wanted to ask about Esther, who didn't play obviously against Kansas City, and then was listed as questionable. But then we saw her start. She obviously was such a big part of the success the team has had this year. So just kind of what the decision was to put her in, how she's feeling, and all that.
Yes, it was very close, in that game to be 100, to be ready to play. I think but she got there in the limit, and is sometimes it was probably more risk than actually benefit, and she trusts her teammate, and that's something that's who we are, like today. We won the game, and we're still missing our Tierna Davison, our our Jays, our Tarin Torres. Like we've had a lot of moments this year where we haven't had certain players. Someone else has stepped up, and that's what happened last week. I think this week she trained really well. She earned definitely that position at training. We moved things around, and I think she was fantastic. No, she really loves this club. She loves her teammates. She really wanted to win today, and I'm super happy that she could help the team the way she did. No.
Tamara, go ahead.
Hi, Juan. Congratulations.
Hello, thank you.
A couple of questions. The first is one of the sort of storylines of the semifinals is that the final four teams are also the most recent NWSL champions. I'm wondering if there's anything that you make of that and whether it says something about clubs that are investing in their teams in all these different ways, or if you think it's mere coincidence.
No, but I think in football, when it's a long-term success, it's never coincidence. I think it's hard work. I think this league is incredibly even. It's true that probably the teams that have been able to have a little bit more of consistency, stability, and also develop certain ways to do things are also the ones that we are being a little bit more successful. But I don't want to forget that there has been amazing teams that have been like missing this by an inch. I think the season that Beth is done with Louisville has been unbelievable. I think Laura's done a great job with Seattle. Jonas coming to the league with San Diego, like Portland that just lost yesterday. I think every team has been really, really special, and I think that's what makes this league so important, no? But yeah, for us, our target is to be on this point of the season in this stage, and looking at ourselves is a big target. And for us being in 3 semifinals, obviously people now kind of forget about last year, but last year we beat almost every record that we have. So that team also deserves a lot of credit for what we did, and we end up losing on penalties. And this year we are again in the semifinals, probably a difficult road, but we want to be the best, and we have to beat everyone to be that. So that's how we embrace this journey.
And on the note of last season, how are you feeling facing the Spirit again, this time with even higher stakes?
Yeah, special game, no? Like obviously it's a team that traditionally we've played a lot. When obviously I joined Gotham, we were also on Challenge Cups, and we've been in the CONCACAF. We've seen each other a lot. But yeah, I think it's a great matchup. I think Adrian has done a fantastic job there. Like they got a clear style. It's two attractive teams that are gonna really go out there to win, and I'm really excited from here. Congratulate them. I think they've been also really good in how they've gone throughout the year, and hopefully we can get that trophy going to New York, no?
And then my last question, to just talk a little bit about Lily Real.
Yeah.
She had a lot of responsibility this postseason, starting both the quarterfinal and the semifinal. Rookie of the Year nominee. What have you made of her season, and specifically to be giving her this much responsibility in the postseason?
Well, I think Lily has been amazing. From the moment I always say that from the moment we met her, she came to training last year. I remember calling Yal and say, "Hey, we need to get this player here with us." She's been unbelievable the way she's embrace a new club, a new group of teammates, a new coaching team, and she plays like somebody that has been playing for a very long time. She played with her heart on her sleeve, and she's been able to adapt to a new position because she was obviously a center back, and now she not only adapt to that position but goes to the national team, and now is dealing with going national team and here, and she's still excelling, and that's why I'm incredibly proud of her. I think her future is unbelievable because she's obviously a great player, but honestly, she's such a great human being that really is understanding what is required to be in this environment. And I think not only myself but everyone that her teammates are really proud. I honestly really hope she gets that Rookie of the Year trophy because that would be an individual recognition for her that I know she will take it with a lot of pride. But I think everyone in the club, fans, staff, and teammates will really celebrate that.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said before, like me and Rose have a really good understanding of like what we want it to look like for our own shots, and we have a good understanding of like I know when it's like a really good shot for her and vice versa. So that was just kind of what we were talking about, seeing what the setup was gonna look like, distance, just like all of the things. So yeah, I mean, I'm like grateful that, everybody trusts me to step up in those moments and ultimately it like starts on the training field. I feel like the staff has really helped me improve my free kicks and all set pieces. So credit to them for helping me like literally every day at training. And yeah, I'm just like really happy that I can help the team win in that way.
And then Mandy, subbed on in the second half. I'm curious what you were seeing from the bench versus what you were experiencing on the pitch. And then as a second part question, between last Sunday and this, there has been such an explosion in terms of the way people have been talking about Gotham. As a leader and veteran of this team, what was sort of the conversation between Casey and Orlando?
Yeah, to answer the first question, I think coming into this game, we knew with it being Orlando's home crowd that it was going to get really rowdy. And we try not to let that play into our heads and feed into that. We got to stay really focused and tight-knit and keep the energy between us high. So from the bench and coming on, it was just about bringing a good attitude, bringing the good energy. We were tied 0-0, so we really needed a goal, really needed to pick up the energy. And at that point, it was also as it's like getting later into the game, you need to focus defensively. So it's really just about like denying all their chances and capitalizing on the ones that we get. And Jaedyn did great capitalizing on the one that we got. She's always really clutch in those moments. And the difference between Casey and this game, I don't know if there's much of a difference. I think we try to bring, Gotham's identity into every game. And, we have our own standards that we want to achieve. And I think we didn't play as well as we wanted to in this game, but you still got to find a way to win. And we still got the job done, which is the most important part.
And then last question, Jaedyn, you started the calendar year in California, Southern California, have had like this coast to coast journey, and now you're going to be back in California, Bay Area, not San Diego. I'm sure people have kept asking you to reflect on it, but as more chapters get added to the story, we sort of have to keep checking in. So how are you sort of looking at this chapter? It's not something you could have foreseen, but how does it feel to be here after everything that you've experienced this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to kind of look back on the year, and I think like the amount of adversity that I faced early on in the year, I think has shaped me to what you're seeing in the present day. I think just being able to ride the waves of what it is to have a career or have a journey in this like career, I think, yeah, I mean, there's been so much, it's like hard to kind of like summarize, but yeah, I think just looking back on it, I'm just like grateful for all of the highs and lows. And I think like being at the Courage has taught me so much, being at Wave has taught me so much, and like even being now at Gotham, I feel like I'm learning so much like as every single day and becoming a better player. I feel like they get the best out of me. And so yeah, I think just being present is the thing that's like keeping me steady. I think just enjoying these moments. Like I've never gotten this far in the NWSL, so just like enjoying this moment, and just yeah, like just playing for my team. Like I've said before, like I love this team so much. I haven't been here for very long, but I feel like these are genuinely like my sisters. So, yeah, I'm just like honestly having fun with it. Like this team is like so easy to go out and just like give your all for. So yeah, I'm just like grateful to be here now in this present day with Gotham.
We'll go to Meg and then Jenna on Zoom.
Thanks, Jeff. I've got one for each of you, but Jaedyn, I'll start with you. Last week, obviously, you gave us the great quote of underdogs my ass. I wonder if you're still riding with that as your motto for this postseason, or if you want to switch it up now that you're headed to the championship.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's gonna be haters everywhere we go. So I mean, if that's doing the job, then we gonna keep it up. Like, I feel like this team plays with so much confidence, and I feel like everyone as individuals plays so much better when they're really confident, and we have something to play for and something to prove. So, I mean, if that's where we're getting it from, then like, shoot, we gonna keep saying it. We gonna keep, doing what we need to do because haters gonna be wherever we are, and that means we doing something right. So, yeah, these fans out here, we're definitely something, and we're grateful to have played here and have some haters out here. So that's I mean we're gonna continue to push in Bay because I mean obviously that's far from home. So yeah, we're gonna keep that going.
All right, perfect. Mandy, I mean, I remember you coming over to the Lifetime offices, the A&E offices for NWSL postseason, what feels like a million years ago for both of us now. But for someone who is so core to the identity of this team and, who has seen postseason runs from this team, what do you think makes the 2025 edition different from what you've seen in past seasons?
I think it's the togetherness. I think the past seasons you learn every year from our previous playoff experiences, and it's only, trying to push, trying to get better every year and trying to again like keep our standards and hold our standards high. We have a lot of quality players with a lot of experience, and it's really utilizing that to the best of our abilities. And we push each other in training, and we have a really competitive environment. And I think that really helps when we come to these tough crowds, and we can really rally behind each other and push each other.
Thank you both.
Jenna, go ahead.
Thanks, Jeff. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Jaedyn. Congratulations on ticket to the final. Question for each of you. Jaedyn, another question about your amazing quote. The fans really rallied around that, and I think they really, really liked it. But I'm curious, like internally at the team, was that like a mentality that you guys had coming into the KC game, like we are not underdogs, or if after saying it, did it become like a little bit of like a rallying cry for you guys at all?
No, it's definitely something that we were talked about internally because there were people that were saying like underdog, like Gotham, like eighth seed, like we'll see how they do against the number one seed, like all of that stuff. And we're just like, we kind of put ourselves there. Like that would none of y'all, like no offense to anyone, like everybody put their work in throughout the year, but like we put ourselves in that position. So it's like for us internally knowing that like people were saying that about us and we were just like LOL, like okay. Um and yeah, I mean I think it ultimately like it fired us up going into KC and yeah, I mean like being the eighth seed might have been like a blessing for us. Like we knew that we had to turn it on. We knew that we had to bring a performance against Kansas City and now do it again against Orlando. And like even though it may not look the same and it may, not look pretty, I think we then come back to that like grittiness, that passion, that mentality that gets us through games. So, I mean, ultimately, like it is kind of funny now at this point because like I didn't think that it was gonna blow up like
Mhm.
that, and that's part of me. I feel like being not as experienced in this realm. But I'm glad that people are feeding off of it, and I'm glad that it's motivating our team, and yeah, we're gonna keep pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. We love it. And Mandy, for you, kind of going off of that. So in 2023, it was kind of a similar story where you came in as the lowest seed, the sixth seed, and took it all the way to the final, ultimately won. So I'm just curious for you, who was on that team, just kind of like what comparisons, if any, you feel, or if like that has been like a very good, like foundational thing for you guys to have to show like it doesn't matter if we come in as eighth, like look what we did in the past.
Yeah, I think this team is no stranger to adversity, and we're really good at rising to the occasion. And the more people that doubt us is just, greater motivation to really prove them wrong. And no matter what seed we place, I think regardless of our opponent, we go into every game knowing that the talent that we have, we should be winning every single game. So there's never a doubt like within the group of whether or not we're going to win. It's just how we're going to get the job done. And sometimes it's not going to look pretty, but we've had a long season of going through different adversities, and so we're really good at kind of facing those battles.
Sean, go ahead.
Hi, Jaden. When you're standing over the ball in the 97th minute, were you trying to put some little English on it or a dip, or are you just hoping that a teammate got a foot on it or that it deceived the keeper?
No, I put it right where I wanted to. I train that as much as possible. During the during the week. I mean, like I have like been working with the staff to improve that part of my game, and I knew stepping up that I was going to be really confident going into it. I worked on them yesterday. I worked on them, all week. So I knew exactly where I wanted to put it. And I knew exactly what I needed to do to put it there. And ultimately, like everybody else does their job as well. Like I think like everyone in the line like really messed with their line and threw Morehouse off a little bit. So yeah, that really helps me. But I mean, ultimately it comes down to everybody doing their little 1% to help get the goal. So yeah, drawing the foul in the beginning, and yeah, all of that. So I mean, I like to answer your question, I put it where I wanted to.
And just from a personal standpoint, does it take you back to when you were a kid, practicing on the field, practicing in your backyard, thinking one day you might score a goal like a Mia Hamm goal or a David Beckham goal, something along those lines?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, like you always want to score like the worldies. And I think just like in this moment, I think just like keeping my head and making sure that I'm not, making this moment feel too big. And I think like for me, knowing that I put the preparation in beforehand and knowing that all of my teammates back me in those moments, I think really gave me the confidence to go in and step up and put it where I wanted to. And yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, I want to score a Jaedyn goal. So, yeah, I think I would do it again, and I'm going to continue to step up in those moments for this team.